What's up, guys? Welcome back. I'm back here at Jaguar of Sarasota checking out this beautiful 2023 Jaguar F-Pace SVR, a performance machine that is not to miss if you're looking for a performance SUV. Now we're going to take it on the tour. We're going to check it out from the exterior, interior technology, engine, test drive, the whole 9 yards. And if this is the first time we meet, my name is Matt and I post 2 car reviews every single week right here at Matt the Carguy. So if that's something that interests you, check out the rest of my channel, hit that little subscribe button, and now let's get back to this. The F-Pace is definitely one of the most popular SUVs that the Jaguar manufactures, and the SVR is the performance version of it. So they have a division that's called the SVO, which is the Special Vehicle Operations. It is a performance division. All they do is they take their most popular selling SUVs for both brands, Jaguar and Land Rover, and make it more powerful and add the performance and also add the looks to it. So let's check this out. As far as the look of this vehicle, first of all, I like the Forensi red metallic color. It looks absolutely stunning on this, and it does have this long hood, nicely sculpted. It does have the bulge in the middle, kind of tapers off towards the sides. It does have 2 air exhausts, one on each side. Those are actual air exhausts that help with getting the hot air from the engine compartment as well as the air circulation. Now the air gets in through this front grille and down at the bottom here too. They're all dressed in the piano black Jaguar logo, front view camera, SVR badge proudly displayed right on the grille. Now you also have the fully LED lights with the daytime running lights right at the bottom. And down here you have the air curtains, again, for the better airflow, better aerodynamic, better cooling right here, as you can see that the radiators are hiding behind them too. Now, of course, the biggest difference between the regular F-Pace and the SVR is what hides underneath here. Let's check it out. What we have here is a lightweight hood with some noise insulation, air exhaust right there. You can see that these are open. You also have the double latches for extra security, and the hood is held up by hood struts on both sides. Now underneath here, what we have is these 5-liter 8-cylinder supercharged engine, super powerful, 550 horsepower, 516 foot-pounds of torque, made it to an 8-speed automatic transmission that is capable to propel this vehicle 0 to 60 in merely 3.7 seconds. And it sounds absolutely amazing. Let's hear it. Well, Jaguar is definitely one of the manufacturers that can make the car look sporty without losing the exterior elegance and sophistication of it. So let's check out what we have here. First of all, the overall design of it. I do like it. Now this vehicle has this black exterior pack that includes the surroundings of the windows. They're all in this piano black, including the pillars, the low profile roof rails, as well as the trim piece right here by the mirror. Now you've seen that this vehicle is also equipped with the smart entry system. As long as I get close to it, I can lock or unlock this vehicle without really pressing any buttons on the key, as long as I have the key somewhere on me. The turn signal blind spot assist is in the mirror as well. And then let's look at the wheel and tire setup. So we have 22-inch rim, front and back. Now the tires are slightly different size. They're 285 by 40 in the front, 295 by 35 in the back. 22-inch rims. They have been upgraded from the base rims that come standard with this vehicle, and you have them in this kind of two color. This have the shiny black, piano black, as well as the matte black with the bright red Jaguar logo in the center cap and the SVR on the side here. You can also see the larger rotors and the nice red calipers peeking through that. Now you also have this air outlet right over here for better aerodynamics. And I do like this trim piece right over here that continues at the bottom of this vehicle in this somewhat more aggressive side skirt. Now the side skirt has this built-in diffuser if you look closer on it, which looks pretty cool on this vehicle, and that would be the side of it. Let's take a look at the back. And here in the back you'll find a lot of sportier elements, and let's get to it right away because you can't miss those massive dual exhausts, one on each side, nicely incorporated in this piano black bottom portion of the bumper that includes the diffuser on the side, and for better aerodynamics as well they have this indent in the middle for better air circulation. Reverse lights, now you do have the reflector lights nicely incorporated in this trim piece over here. Wide LED lights, and now you do have the F-Pace on one side, SVR on the other, blacked out Jaguar logo, of course the rear view camera. I kind of wish that they hid this wiper underneath this gate spoiler. There's plenty of room there, and the gate spoiler does have the third brake light, and one of the strange things on this vehicle is this little spoiler on top of the gate spoiler. I've never seen anything like this. And this is the back. Let's check out if we have any room. Of course the gate is power, so all you have to do is press the button on the key on the gate or inside of the vehicle to get it open. So the Jaguar F-Pace offers about 34 cubic feet of cargo space behind the rear seats. Now it is quite a bit. You can fit a lot of suitcases, a lot of luggage in here, and I like that they always have some goodies in here. So first of all, it does have the first aid kit. It does have the rubber mats, rubber cargo mat. It even has some detailing products in here, some key fobs. I'm not even sure what that is. Let's check this out. Let's open this up. Oh, wheel lug nuts, so the wheel locks. And then, you know, underneath here you will find a temporary use spare tire. Let's see if we can open this up. Yeah, it's peeking through here. You can see this orange rim, and then the seats do fold down, so you do have this 40-20-40 split on the seats, and of course you can remove the cargo cover if you need to. What else is here? You do have some illumination on both sides, the LED lights, and that is pretty much it. Let's move on to the interior. If you're looking for space, you're going to be somewhat limited in the space in the back seat and this F-Pace SVR, but it is more of a compact SUV, so I do like to drive comfortably. I do have the seat adjusted to my regular driving position. I'm 6 feet tall. I do have, however, plenty of headroom and enough shoulder room. The knee room is the only thing that I would complain about, but the interior looks absolutely awesome. Let's check this out. Start with the rear door panel, and there's a few things to talk about. First of all, everything is nicely wrapped with either this leather looking material or some kind of a soft plastic. There's no hard plastic anywhere on the door, including right at the bottom of it, and that makes it look more luxurious. It also feels more luxurious as well. It is better for sound dampening. Now you do have this carbon fiber trim over here. You can see Meridian stereo, and then right here you have the window controls, door handle nicely dressed with this aluminum trim, and then another speaker, as well as a little bit more storage in the bottom of the door. Now here's the roominess for the back seats. As you can see, not much room for your legs. Unless you're shorter, then you're okay. And then let's check out the seats. I do like how the seats look. They're nicely dressed. They almost look like the front seats, and normally the manufacturers put just the regular seats in the back and the sporty ones in the front, but not Jaguar. They make it look the same in both front and back. Now if you want the cup holders, there is this armrest right here that pulls down with the two cup holders. And other than that, you have one more thing to check out, and that would be the middle console. You do have two air vents, no controls for the air conditioning, but you do have controls for the heated seats, two outward heated seats in the back, and the regular 12-volt power outlet. Now you also have a bump right in the middle, as it is an all-wheel drive vehicle, so the third person might not feel very comfortable sitting in here. Now if you look right on top, you can see that this vehicle also has a nice panoramic sunroof and the Alcantara headliner. So before I jump inside this vehicle, let's listen to how the door closes. Boom. And and it's nice and solid thud, no complaints about here. Again, the front door panel, I can't stress how nice it is and how premium and soft materials it does have all over. Now you do have this Meridian stereo speaker over here, 3 memory seat settings, lock, unlock. You do have this carbon fiber trim, and then down here you do have the window mirror locks. A little bit of storage at the bottom of the seats, another speaker. You do have the illuminated Jaguar logo right on the dorsal. Of course, power controls for the seat and the seats itself. Check this out. Nice SVR embossed in the headrest. Jaguar logo incorporated in this nice aluminum trim piece over here. The seats look uncomfortable, but I gotta tell you, I've driven this vehicle and they actually don't feel it. They're fairly aggressive, but not too uncomfortable. And one other thing that I won't be able to show you once I get in is this little nook for storage right underneath this floating console, basically. And now let's get inside. I'll show you the rest of this beautiful interior. The interior of this 2023 Jaguar F-Pace SVR definitely is sporty and luxurious, and it looks absolutely amazing right here. So you can see there's a combination of different materials of it. I think this is the leather wrapped. You do have this carbon fiber trim. The vents nicely incorporated in the top portion. And if you look at the dashboard, part of the dashboard's got this Alcantara trim. You also have a head-up display, and that's an option that was added onto this vehicle. If you look at the steering wheel, it's nice and sporty. It kind of a different material on the outside, and then the leather wrapping on the interior. Now you can see those very pronounced pedal shifters in the back, and overall the steering wheel feels good to the touch, and it's just the right size. Now of course you have a lot of buttons on both sides. On the right hand side you can see a lot of it gets to control the cruise control, dynamic cruise control. On the right hand side you get to control what's going on in the instrument cluster, as well as the voice control and phone. So down at the bottom here you do have the SVR logo on this third spoke, and let's take a look at this digital instrument cluster. So what we have here is a pretty standard instrument cluster. You have the speedometer on the left hand side, tachometer on the right hand side, and right now in the middle is displaying the media. So let's see if we can make any adjustments on here. So of course you can. You have the info panel. Basically you can change of what's displayed here. So driver's assistance, trip summary, empty panel, navigation, and this is kind of this 3D navigation, and then media, so back in here. So let's go back inside and let's see what we have. Display layout. If you like to customize it, you can make it 2-dial, 1-dial, map, media, driver's assistant. Let's see how the 1-dial looks. It looks pretty good actually. It displays navigation on one side, media on the other side, and you have all the important information right in front of you, such as your tachometer, speed, fuel gauge, and temperature. So that is pretty cool, although I think I'd rather prefer to have the traditional display with the 2 dials. That's just me, but you can definitely customize it to your liking once you buy it. And that at the bottom of it you can see the SVR badge displayed, and yes, it is April 19 as we are recording, and it is displayed in the European format, which you have the day first, month second, and the year third. And right here you have this 11.4-inch PV Pro display, and I really do like this system. Even though it's not the most sophisticated system that you can get, it does have everything, and it displays it with such elegance on here. So first of all, it's nice and bright. And what do you have? So you have the navigation, and as you can see, this one is in the satellite type of form, which is really nice. You can of course switch it to map if you'd like to. I think the settings are right over here. Well, this is for your screen, but here's your settings for navigation. So as far as the map, you can switch it to the default map, and there you go. Here it is as your default map. And then you can search it several different ways. Of course, you can search it by voice. You can search it by inputting the address or place name and stuff like this. And then you go back in here. What else do we have? So we do have, you can add the device, and it does have the wireless Android Auto and Apple CarPlay. As far as the media, what do we have is you have the Sirius XM, AM, and FM. And here's your settings. A lot of settings in here. Navigation, account, seats. Let's take a look at what we can do with those seats right here. Like right now, the seats are ventilated, and I can feel them blowing the cold air in the back and at the bottom. But you can either turn this off or on, or adjust, of how aggressive it is. There's 3 levels of ventilated seats. You can turn it on, turn it off. I'm gonna leave mine on just because it is really hot outside. Cameras. Take a look at the camera. So you have a variety of different cameras, obviously the 360, and you can see the different views of the vehicle. As I touch the camera icons in here, it moves the vehicle around and it shows me the portion of it that I want to see. Now, of course, it does have the front camera. This is the wide angle, and I can also do the narrow angle in here, and the same thing for the back. Now, if you put it in reverse, it does give you the active trajectory lines that also show you the front and the back of the vehicle, and that is really nice and important. And it does have a really nice quality of the camera system, so really no complaints over here. Go back to the main settings and let's see what else do we have. It is very touchy. All surface information. So let's take a look. So this is your drive info, front or rear. So right now it looks like more of the power goes to the rear, even though it is a all-wheel drive system. If I touch it, does anything happens? No, but I can switch it to different modes, which, by the way, let's take a look. So I'm going to put it in the different modes. I'm going to put it in the dynamic mode. Kind of surprised that nothing happens on this console right here. All right, we'll go through the modes while I get to the bottom of the screen. Let's see what else do we have. So you do have the Alexa, connect accounts, weather. If you were wondering what weather is today in Florida, let's check this out. 77 degrees, sunny, 0% chance of rain. Yeah, I know. A lot of parts of the country are getting snowstorm right now, and here we are. But yes, somebody has to live here. Alrighty, so climate control. Let's see what else we have. Basically a nice animation as far as where the air is coming from and which vents, top, bottom, middle. You can also turn on the front window defogger, etc. So let's go back to the main settings, and that is pretty much it. Let's go to the main menu, and you do have basic stuff right here in front of you. So this is your navigation, phone, and media, and that's basically what you're going to use the most. Now if you scroll down here, you have another screen that controls your climate control basically, and you have a bunch of shortcut buttons. Now over here it says established 1935 Jaguar in Coventry, England, of course. Now you can change the temperature, and those are the multifunction dials. So when I push it, it controls the seat right here. I can make it ventilated seats, which is already here. If I pull it, it's going to control the fan speed right over here. And then if I leave it right here in the main screen, it's going to control the temperature. So you can set it up the way you want it. But I actually do like how Jaguar and Land Rover are doing this. Now you do have this SVR shifter. Quite nice. Maybe not something I would like to have, this more traditional shifter, but this is nice too. You can put it in drive, you can put it in sport mode, park, of course, reverse and neutral, SVR logo right over here. One more thing that I didn't show you, it does have the wireless charger. This is where you start and stop the engine. This is where you control volume, and you can basically power off in the stereo. And then you have your different drive modes right over here. This is your exhaust traction control, and here we can turn on low traction mode basically. So let's take a look at what happens when you switch different modes and what modes do we have in here. So first of all, you have the dynamic mode, which we're in right now, comfort, eco, ADSR, and this has been selected while vehicle is in stationary, foot off accelerator. Activate low traction mode. No, we're going to leave that because we're really not going to go to any of the snow terrains or anything like this. I'm going to leave it in a dynamic mode. It is a sporty vehicle, and as you can see, like, the background turns red for this more aggressive look. You do have a little bit more storage, cup holders, 12-volt power outlet, and a little bit of storage in this console right underneath here, alongside with the USB-C and the USB Type-A ports. Up on top, you do have the HomeLink system at the bottom of the mirror, and you can control this panoramic sunroof. You can, first of all, control the sunshade. You can open it up, and then the sunroof slides open if you'd like to. I gotta tell you, it's a nice size glass panel. Let's see how far it opens. Pretty good size, and it does have this nice windscreen, so this vehicle definitely looks amazing, and it sounds great. Now we have it in the sport mode. Let's rev it up. Wow, I can't wait to take it for a spin. Let's go. Well, check it out, guys. The vehicle is running, in case you didn't hear it. Let's talk about pricing. There's only really one trim level that's available. The SVR starts at $90,650. That's including the destination charge. Now, there's also an edition 1988, which is a limited edition. And, well, really, other than some of the exterior and interior trim pieces and elements like the gold wheels, doesn't really add anything to the performance of it. But it is limited, so in case you were wondering what that is, it starts at $111,150. And let's take it on the road. Now, we have this lot that's wide open right here, so I'm going to test out the a little bit of a turning radius, the twist and turns we're going to do, and maybe a little bit of acceleration, but I really would like to take it on the road to test it out. Oh, I like it. And you know why? This is not... It's stiff, but it doesn't feel stiff. But if you look at this, there's really no body roll when I go from side to side of this. It's really quite nimble too. And let's check out the turning radius right over here. So we have those painted parking spots. In case you were wondering how many it's going to take to turn that vehicle completely around, well, let's check this out. So I have 1, 2, 3, and 4, and it closes within 4 parking spaces, so it is nice and tight. So while driving, let's talk a little bit about the segment that this vehicle competes in. So it competes against vehicles such as BMW X3M, Mercedes-Benz GLC 63, Alfa Romeo Stelvio Quadrifoglio, so the performance SUVs, and they're kind of in this more of a compact SUV market, even though they grew quite a bit since when they started, and we still call them compact just because everything grew so much right now. And you know, this is the only one that has an 8-cylinder engine. Everything else is a 6-cylinder, whether it is a V6 or an inline 6, and we're going to see what the GLC 63, if they're going to come back with it, if it's going to mimic the C63, and that could actually be a 4-cylinder engine. So for those of you who are looking for that more of a traditional V8 power, V8 noise that it makes, definitely not many choices as far as this category is concerned. Well, let's kind of do a half-throttle acceleration. Oh, I like those pops and crackles in the back. And of course, there's no issues getting up to speed and merging in traffic. But what I want to see is that from the stop acceleration, and see how that does. That V8 sounds absolutely amazing. And you know, for those of you who are interested in performance only, yes, there's a few vehicles that are faster. Some of them are electric. Now, what you don't get in the electric vehicle is this. It sounds absolutely amazing, and that tremble that comes with it, that whole performance is really, really special. So definitely, if you're looking for something that has that, well, I gotta tell you, the BMW, you know, that has the inline 6, and it's a very powerful vehicle. I think it's a little less powerful than that, although it's you know, just a little bit quicker too. Both the Stelvio and the Alfa Romeo are slightly quicker. This one's 3.7 seconds 0 to 60. I believe the Stelvio is at like 3.4 and BMW is at like 3.5. So very slight differences, but yeah, they are a little bit less, well, a little bit quicker. Now, as far as the gas mileage, this one has 17. That's about average on that, but you do have this 5-liter supercharged V8 in it, so definitely it's not going to be the most gas efficient vehicle, but I like it. You know, it's kind of it does have the right size. If you don't need a lot of room to you know, carry a lot of stuff, or your friends and family with it, this could be a perfect vehicle for you. Of course, you know, $100,000, you know, that's pretty much in range with everything else in the segment. Like, you know, they might start off with a little bit less, but once you start adding option to BMW, let's say, or a Mercedes, you can quickly get to the same or higher price point on it. So definitely, if you're in the market for one, check it out. The driving experience is pretty cool. Now we're gonna turn in the side street, and there's gonna be some open road, let's hope, to test out that acceleration. I'm really curious of how that would be. And let's check it out. Wow. Wow. No way. Wow. The sound, the acceleration, that really puts you in your seat. It's very punchy, right off the line, and it's quick. And I don't think I even floored it, to be honest with you. I'm gonna have to do it one more time just to make sure that this acceleration is what I think it is. Let's go. No way. This is a lot of fun. This vehicle, tons of fun. Guys, thank you very much for watching. If you like watching videos like this, hit that little red subscribe button. It really means a lot to me. If you like this video, don't forget to leave me a like, and I'll see you in my next video. Cheers.